Hello, 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 hello. This is Britt with Truth Be Told podcast. This is episode number 3 with Layla. Today we're going to be talking about the skill in self confidence. Hope you guys are having a good evening. Hey, Layla.
Hi guys, my name is Laila, like my mom already said. Just a little bit about me. I am 14 years old, and as you guys see, I love to cheer.
Glad to hear that. Glad to hear that. I'm so glad that I was able to get you today since you have such a busy schedule.
Very busy.
um, Today's episode is very dear to my heart. I wanted to bring Layla on today to discuss this topic. This is the reason why I started Truth Be Told podcast. In my last episode, I was talking about what's your diet for this year. The reason why I chose that topic was because I wanted to see where your mindset was. Going into this particular topic, I'm picking this topic because I want Layla to explain to you guys how she uses self confidence when she's dealing with things at school and stuff like that. But before I go into all of that, Layla, tell the world a little bit about yourself and what you do.
My hobbies that I love doing, like I already said, is cheer. I love to bake. I love to cook. And yeah, and I also love to dance. So
Okay. So you like to dance?
yes.
Okay, y'all. Let me just go ahead and let y'all know this is my baby. This is my oldest. I love her. She's just dear to my heart. The reason why I really brought her on here was because I wanted her to share with you guys some of the ways, as I stated before, how she uses self confidence. You know, it's funny because in this world today, self confidence is a big thing. I know we get tired of hearing about self talk, self love, but it's really important, especially these last 2 years in the pandemic. COVID has really showed us a lot. And if your mind is not together, then you can't be self confident. So, Layla, also tell them what else you're doing.
I also have a business, Poppin' Curls. If you guys don't know, I'm on Instagram, Poppin_Curls07. Check me out. I have hair products and self care products, and I'm all natural. So yeah, check me out.
Okay, we'll definitely do that. And I also wanted you to let people know. Did you know that self confidence is a skill?
I actually really didn't. Like my mom informed me, guys. Like I didn't know that self confidence was a skill. I didn't know that. Obviously, I know like you're not just born with self confidence, but I'm like, mommy, I already had self confidence. So how did I get that? And she said it's a skill, baby. So I learned it from the best.
Well, thank you. I guess you're being modest because you're sitting beside mommy, so I guess you have to say that, right? No, but honestly, like I really want you to explain to them some of the things that you do uh, in order to use that skill and continue to master it as you go through this year. Before I let her tell that, I just want to tell everybody that Layla this year, she didn't want me to talk about it. I'm not going to go into detail, but Layla got a chance to go through bullying this year. And nobody wants their child to go through that. Layla's in the 8th grade, and I'm just blessed to say she's never had to deal with that before. I hate that she had to deal with that this year. But explain to the audience, Layla, what are some of the things that you do in order to deal with people that are bullying you, and how do you use self confidence in that role as you deal with that?
Well, with bullying, I just kind of like at first it kind of, it did make me mad because the things that were said. But once I put that like into like I just looked at myself and I'm like, okay, hold on. We know that like she's picking on nothing, so just let that go. Like just let it go, and that's kind of like what I did. So one big thing I really did with myself is I went to the bathroom and I pulled myself down. Um, I looked in the mirror and I told myself that it's okay. I told myself that it was gonna be okay because like I needed that, that in me to like be like, okay, go back. I don't have to worry about her. So that's one big thing. Two big things actually that I really do is self talk and affirmation to show self confidence.
Okay, that's really good. I'm glad that you use both of those attributes to help you when you're dealing with stuff like that. But okay, that's one incident. I'm not gonna stay on your bullying because I know that's not what you wanted to talk about. That has been rectified. We won't have to go back up to the school no more, and so so that's over with. But let's say for instance when you're trying to learn something, or say you're trying to learn how to cheer, or you want to play basketball, or you want to go out for dance, or you want to do a speech, what is the best thing to do?
Just go for it.
That's right. That's right. That's what I wanted her to tell you guys. With self confidence and learning that skill, you have to just do it. You That's the only way that you're gonna get through it. And you're gonna make mistakes. It's okay, but if you do it, if you self talk to yourself, that's what you said, Laila.
Yes.
And you,
hype yourself up.
yeah, and you also said affirmations.
Mm-hmm.
What are some of the affirmations that you tell yourself on a day-to-day basis when you're dealing with certain situations?
The first thing that I always say to myself is I'm beautiful. I say I'm smart. I say I'm black. I'm a black little smart little girl. And those are the main three. If I'm feeling sad that day, I just tell myself, I'll have a good day. Sometimes what might help you too, is to break yourself down first, then say the positive things. So if somebody says that, you'd be like, okay, and then you just take it with a grain of salt. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that, baby. This episode is so dear to my heart. Before I decided to bring my baby on here, I prayed about it because I wanted you guys to understand why I started Truth Be Told podcast. Laila is one of my avatars. She is the reason why I want little girls to understand that they are loved, that they are worthy, and that they are enough. Even adults with the little girl that's still inside of them. As adults, we still go through stuff, and sometimes we just need somebody to just reassure us that things are going to be okay. I really just think it's about planting the seed. You have to plant the seed early. If you don't plant the seed early within your kids, then by the time they're my age, it's like, then they're searching for themselves. They're looking for themselves. And I'm not saying that my parents didn't do that. I really did. I had some great parents. I have some great parents. My father's no longer here, but I wouldn't trade my mom for the world. She definitely taught me how to be independent. As far as with self talk, I'm just really big on that with my girls, all three of them. I want them to understand that they are enough. And if they know that they're enough, then that's all that matters. Anything else that anybody else has to say is just like water under the bridge. These last couple of years, I just realized what was so important. I realized that our mind is important. Ain't that right, Layla?
Yes.
Our mind is definitely important, and the way we talk to each other is even more important. If you don't have a good mindset, then you're not going to talk to yourself right. You're going to believe what anybody says about you. And that's the hype. That's especially in the social media age. All of y'all do stuff for what? What likes, Layla? Is that what we doing?
A lot of people do stuff just for likes and views now.
And I get it. That's the world we're in now. Hey, I want y'all to review my show, but I don't want to harp on that. You don't want to harp on it. You don't want to be like, oh, so didn't like my picture. I don't want to talk to her no more, or such and such had this going on, but she didn't invite me, or she didn't respond to my conversation. Social media is just that is a big thing that plays a role in self-confidence. It can make you or break you if you're following the wrong people, if you're not staying in your lane. Then you definitely can go off in the wrong direction and not possess those skills and self-confidence. Is there anything else that you can say to the audience, Laila, that just to let them know um, your view on self-confidence and this skill and anything else that's dear to your heart on this topic.
I would just say if you're really down, you really want to do this like every day. Like build yourself up. And if you know like, man, I don't really have this skill, try to build it because it's just like anything else, like mommy said. So just try to build it every day and like you just once people say things to you, you'll just be like, okay, whatever.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that you are a good role model to your brothers and sisters. You are the oldest. I appreciate everything you do, baby. I know mama's not always the nicest or the easiest on you, but I just want you to be great and forgive me when I down your self talk or forgive me when I say things that make you feel a certain way because mommy don't mean it. We never really mean it. It's just that in that moment you could have made me mad, and but that's just not the right way to do it. So I'm so glad that you came on the show today.
I'm so glad that I was here.
Thank you, baby. And this is the end of episode number 3 with the Skill and Self Confidence Truth Be Told podcast. You guys have a good evening.
Bye.
Good night.